Hey everybody, this is Anitra Henry Hunting, and this episode of Real Quick is the everybody edition because the topic that I'm going to discuss today affects everyone. And again, this is real quick because I'm going to say something real and I'm going to say it as quickly as possible about a topic that is brewing in sponsorship. So, if you follow me on LinkedIn or if you follow sponsorship at all, you know that late last week, McDonald's and the IOC, the International Olympic Committee, announced that they are parting ways after 41 years of partnership, and this deal is ending 3 years early. Why should we care about this? I posted on LinkedIn and asked some of you guys to give me your thoughts on what was taking place and why this deal was ending 3 years early. And the overwhelming consensus was it had everything to do with money. McDonald's is allegedly losing a lot of money, which, really doesn't surprise me, quite frankly. If you think about the brand of McDonald's and what they're going through right now, they're on the other end of that bell curve where they've been around for a long time, and the way that society is changing and the things that have come out about McDonald's food in the last couple of years has them switching gears. Basically what McDonald's is trying to do is keep the soul of Big Mac Filet-O-Fish, quarter pounder French fries, ice cold milkshakes, sundaes, and apple pies. And for those of you who are down south, also be Zoe's Kitchen. For those of you who are here in Southern California, and maybe a little bit of Urban Plates, as well as Starbucks to everybody who comes to their restaurant. I'm not saying that isn't something that they should do, but what I am saying is when you make that kind of operational shift, it definitely is going to affect you for a little while. You might start to spend more money than you're absolutely making, which can affect your budget for sponsorship and other parts of the marketing mix. However, I suspect that it doesn't have so much to do with money and more to do with imaging on both the IOC's part as well as McDonald's. So let's take a look at the IOC. In the last year, if you guys keep up with Real Sports, there was a major story that Real Sports did on corruption at the IOC. Basically, that certain members of their voting committee were being paid off in order to vote certain ways to give certain countries preferential treatment around where the Olympics will be hosted. And you know that they do this, they don't wait till the last minute. It's always several years out when they make these decisions. So if you look at it from McDonald's standpoint, they don't necessarily want to be associated with someone or an organization that has got some corruption going on around it. Especially two organizations, because if you think about it, they have not canceled their sponsorship with FIFA, but that makes sense because regardless of the corruption that has been noted at FIFA, soccer is continuing to grow, even more so than American football, especially here in America. So I think it has to do with positioning for McDonald's. Now, also on the IOC's part, you're the first sporting event ever in history, basically. The Olympics, has a storied history. It was done many, many centuries ago when it was started. Do you really want to connect with a fast food restaurant that has this kind of looming perception that if you eat too much of it, it'll kill you? Probably not, right? However, do I think that McDonald's will be replaced by another fast food giant? Probably so. So let's break this down a little bit for all of you guys. So first of all, those of you who are in the nonprofit space, what you can learn from this is to be the best partner that you can be, it starts at home. You, in essence, need to keep your nose clean. You don't want to give your partners an opportunity to say, there is something about what you're doing out in the public. There's some sort of scandal brewing behind the scenes that makes our company not want to be associated with your company. So definitely keep your nose clean. Take care of your own yard first. Okay? But for those of you who are watching who are on the decision maker side, whether an agency or an influencer for these brands who are determining, who you're going to sponsor and where you're going to spend those dollars, this is why doing your research becomes very key and increasingly important, because the closer you are to an organization, some of these things you can start to predict. And it will give you an opportunity to research some other opportunities to maybe negotiate a shorter contract if you kind of see these things starting to come where a partner may begin to do some things that you have some questions about. So stay close, become real partners. Real partners talk to each other. It's not just a meeting for coffee once it's time to renew a contract. You go through things together. When you're giving money and you're basically receiving leads and hopefully new clients from the money and the time and the product or the service that you donate, you want to make sure that your brand is not being connected to a brand that doesn't always have the best of intentions, doesn't have the greatest leadership, is maybe taking some questionable risks. So that is real quick. Sorry, it was a little bit longer than it normally is, but what I want you to do is, tweet me at the hunting group, leave me some comments, like this post, tell me what you think is going on behind the scenes with this McDonald's and IOC split. I'm always interested in what you have to say. So look forward to hearing from you soon. Take care.